Good afternoon, students.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
I'm audible, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Aindavi.
Yes, ma'am.
Which subject now we are dealing with?
Financial management, ma'am.
What the sound is somewhat.
Am I audible, ma'am?
I'm audible, but your voice.
Is that not clear?
It's not clear. It's somewhat blur sound.
How is it clear, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am?
Now is it clear?
Yeah. Now you see the functions of finance. What are functions of finance? What functions of finance is classified into three. The investment decision, financing decision, and dividend decision. It's very important question. Huh? Functions of finance. Next is what is meant by investment. Investment means what? Where you relates to the selection of an asset. Means particularly if you are supposed to have an asset. Asset may be the gold, or it may be the land, it may be anything. So where you are interested, where you are selecting the one asset, where which funds will be invested by the firm. So in the firm, when you're talking about the business, that firm will be they are taking a machinery. Machinery means it is an asset. So they will be investing the money on the business, that is on the machinery. And the asset that can acquire, whatever the assets we have, that can be acquired by the firm, maybe long-term asset or the short-term. Is that asset which is very important for your firm, that you will be taking for a long period, or if suppose if your the work is only for a few months, then you will be taking the short-term asset like that you will be. Then in the investment, we will first will be selecting whether in which you have to invest, then what type of asset you have to, whether the long or the short, and then next you will be taking the decision about the regarding that is a term asset, that is a long-term asset is also called the capital budgeting. And even the decision where you are, when you're talking about the long-term assets, it is a capital budgeting, and the short-term or the current assets, current with present, whatever the assets we are using, that is a working capital management. Got my point? Yes, Andavi?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, the next is a capital budgeting. What is the meaning of the capital budgeting? Here, capital budgeting is where selection of asset, that asset which were selected on what your investment proposal. ఇప్పుడు ఈ asset నేను సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాను, ఆ asset మీద నేను ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ చేసే ప్రపోజల్ చేస్తానంటూ నాకు ఫ్యూచర్లో బెనిఫిట్ ఉంటుందా లేదా. నా సపోజ్ ఇఫ్ యూ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ అండ్ ఇన్వెస్టింగ్ ద మనీ అన్న రియల్ ఎస్టేట్. రియల్ ఎస్టేట్ మీన్స్ వాట్ యూ ఈ ఫ్యూచర్లో ఇది మంచిగా అవుతే నాకు ఇంకా బెనిఫిట్స్ వస్తాయి. సో వెనెవర్ యూ ఆర్ investing proposal you do, that first one you're thinking about your future, not present. In that, you have a three elements. One is a measurement of worth. And ఇప్పుడు నేను పెట్టిన worth equal ఉందా లేదా proposal. The next is a evaluation. That is investment proposal. Whatever the investment proposal you have done, that is a risk association or maybe the term with it. Understood? And even you will be making the evaluation, that is a worth of the investment, that is a proposal, whatever the proposal you are doing, that is a certain norms or the standard. And the standard is broadly classified. Standard, whatever the standard you are using for the investment, that is classified into that is classified broadly known as the cost of capital. Means cost. Means what the cost you are buying now, and what the cost you are going to the in future, getting in the future. It is a capital budget. It. Next. Next is a financing decision. Financing decision means, okay, you have decided to buy anything. So that financing it is maybe concern, this is a can be sufficient or not, or else you have to go to the other places to get the financing. So yeah, financing decision is concerned where it is a decision is concerned with the financing mix or the capital structure. So it is a mix of the financing. That is a capital structure. That is a structure what you are making. That structure is a mix of a debt and the equity. Is also known as a capital structure. And next is the determination of proportion. Determine. First, you have to determine the proportion, how much the equity you have, and what are the financial decision and what are the issues in the financial decision. If you're taking the decision on your finance, so when you're taking the decision, if any issues are arises, and in that issues, what are the main issues? Okay. Once you are taking the best combination of them, means the boundary combination and invest చేస్తాను debt and equity, you will be determined. So as soon as when you are making the combination of debt and equity, the next step what you will do, raising the appropriate amount. అది చాలా బాగుంది. First, as soon as you will be making the combination, debt and equity is very good. And next, what will be whatever the available sources we have, that you will be getting and you will be raising in the next step. 1 minute. Next is a dividend. What is the dividend decision? Means here, the firm, always when you have there, distribute all the profits. From the company, whenever you're investing, that is in the share market, they will pay you as a dividend. That is a profits. What are the profits? It is retained in the company. That all the profits will be paid to these shareholders. That is in the form of a dividend. And after paying this, all the distribute the proportion, and whatever it is remained with the company, they will take retain with the company. And next is a which codes should be allowed. Means whatever decision. Huh?
Screen not appearing.
Screen is not appearing.
Ma'am, it's visible to me.
In the what? It's visible. Ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Khalil, I think a problem with your side. And the way you can see the screen.
Yes, ma'am, I can see.
Khalil, you check it. Are you checking, ma?
No.
You got the speed? आ गया Khalil?
नया है मैडम, अभी दूसरा मोबाइल कनेक्ट करता हूँ मैं 1 मिनट.
Now, in this, the decision where always you will be depends. Decision whenever you are giving the decision depends upon the preferences of the your shareholders and the opportunity you are giving to the shareholders, that is in the investment that is available to the firm. And your dividend decision, it has a strong influence on what market price of the shares. Always you bring Now, if you are investing your money in the share market, you are influence. It is strongly if in shares disconnect, I'll be getting a good return. So yeah, in this, so the dividends policy is to be determined. Dividend policy should be determined and also impact on the shareholders' value. So whatever the shareholders will think about policy and the dividends they have to do. And the optimum dividend policy, whatever the optimum, whatever the sources you have, that only you are utilizing. That is a policy in which maximizes the value of shares, maximizes not the minimum, it's a maximizes the value of the shares and the wealth of shareholders. And now take the screen. This one, functions of finance. It's a very important question now. I'll take it. And the way.
Yeah, taken.
Next. Here I'm giving the four points. By seeing that 4 points, you can elaborate. Next.
Ma'am,
Yes, Handari.
ma'am, sorry for the interruption. Ma'am, this is first class for me. I have joined for the first time this online class. May I know the process?
I didn't get now.
Like you were saying to note down something, I did not get that. Was that a question?
Yes, it is a question in the examination. It's very important question. I think you are in the traveling, ma?
No, ma'am.
Huh?
No, ma'am, I'm not traveling. I'm at my home only.
Then I'm getting the traffic sound.
I will start from my end. Someone has muted themselves.
Yes, I do. Tell me.
Like I'm attending this class for the first time. I was not aware of online classes. So may I know the process, ma'am? The process, how will this classes go on? Like may I know which chapter is this?
It's the second.
Block 2, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
The
Investment decision. Okay.
And this is the functions, ma.
Okay, ma'am. Got it.
Now we'll see the working capital management. What is working capital management? Means here, if the firm there does not invest sufficient funds. 1 minute, ma. Now, the working capital management. So if the firm, if you want to start any business or any firm, if you want to, so that does not invest sufficient. Means whatever the fund you have, that is not sufficient. That's in the current assets. And it may be the illiquidity. Means it is not obligation. Obligations they arises because when you are not having the sufficient means there is a lack of the things where you have to. So that is the obligation. If the current assets are large, then the firm will be in the Profitability and liquidity. It would be lose its profitability. If you're having a large, if the current assets are large, the firm would lose its profitability and the liquidity. If the financial manager, where he should develop the proper techniques. So for what he has to make it the techniques for managing the current assets, whatever the current assets we have, that he has to manage it. Neither that is a insufficient nor the unnecessary funds. Whatever it is invested in the current means he has to remove, he have to manage the current assets with the insufficient and unnecessary funds.
Madam, can you increase the value, ma'am?
Yes. Then management of working capital. What is the management working capital here? It has two. It has two aspects when you are having the management of the working capital. That is overview. First, whenever the management is working, that is a first you have to overview of the working capital. So the next one is a efficient management overview. First, complete what is the capital is needed, which is has to be run, everything we have. Then after capital, you have must have the efficient management. That is individually. What is the efficient management? That is such as cash, receivables, and the inventory. So these are the three very important for the efficient management. That is the individual current assets. Now, this is the organization that is a finance function. We have a board of directors. Under the board of directors, we have the managing directors. Under the managing directors, we have production director, purchase director, finance management. This is a different departments. So different departments, they will make one director because the whole, all the works of the all the departments cannot seen by the managing director or the board of directors. So the work will be distributed to this particular departments by the directors. So under the production director, again they will be having the treasurer and controller. These are the people who are controller and the treasurer will be there for each department. Okay. Now we'll see this is a treasurer. Means here the production, finance, these all are having the treasurer and the controller. So treasurer and controller means they're not treasurer. So what the work of the treasurer? That is auditing, pension management, credit analysis, cost management. So these all are the works is done by the treasurer. And what about the controller? Controller, the planning and budgeting, cost and inventory, profit analysis, accounting and payrolls. So you're planning and budgeting. Plan చేసుకొని and we will be having the budgeting for your planned program. Okay, cost and inventory and profit analysis. This is the organization of finance function. Take the screenshot. Which color? Avani, Hungary, Khalid.
Yes, ma'am. Done, ma'am.
We see the sources of long-term funding. What problems will do of it? Now we have that. The second unit only we have that is a capital budgeting. That is some of the lesson. That we already know. And next we will do sources of. I think see in your block. Sources of finance term in which block? No?
Next block, ma'am, block 3.
Block 3 only.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, your voice is not so clear.
Yes.
Your voice is not so clear, ma'am.
Which one?
Your voice is breaking, like some disturbance is coming around.
That same I'm telling you from your side I'm getting that. So it's clear.
Now it's clear, yes, ma'am.
So now we'll see that the sources of long-term finance. The sources of finance. What is the sources of finance? In the sources of finance, whenever you are starting your business, the business can be classified under two categories. So these are two very important. One is a fixed capital and the working capital. These two are very much required for your sources of finance whenever you are establish your business. So every business needs funds for two purposes. Is it? Every business. So for two purposes. For its establishment, one is for establishment and to carry out its day-to-day operations. These two, for these two purposes, they need the money. They need the funds. Okay. Now we'll see about the long-term funds. What are the long-term funds? It is created for production facilities. Long-term for production, producing the product. It will take a long. So for what? There is a fixed assets such as plant, machinery, land, building, furniture. So these all are comes under the fixed assets. So these all are comes under the long-term funds. Is it clear now? Next. After this, investment in these assets. When you are investing the money in this, the representing the firm's capital, which is a block on permanent, that is a fixed basis. So once you are investing the money that is in the plant, machinery, land, building, furniture. It's once you will be blocking your amount. That is a fixed basis. That's why it's called the fixed capital. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
And next is funds are also needed. So once the funds are needed for the investment for a permanent way basis, that is a fixed basis, to produce your product, that is called the fixed capital. Is it clear? And next is the funds are required for short-term purposes. For what you are needed, that is for the purchase of raw material, this short-term. And payment of wages you will be paying daily on the day-to-day expenses. Whatever the fund is needed for day-to-day expenses, these all are comes under the short-term purposes. So this is also called the working capital. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Next, in our present, now whatever in present economy, the finance is defined. That is a provision of money. That is at the time when it is required. Now, when you will use the present economy, what is finance is defined? Finance come up with whenever it is required. When is it required to buy the raw material? Okay, so whenever it is required or anything other activities. So every enterprises, so whether big or medium or the small, so every enterprise, big hondo, the medium hondo, the small hondo. So everyone needed the finance. Okay, to carry on its operations and to achieve its targets. So in this, ah, so here in the sources of finance, where it has two categories, one is a fixed capital and the working capital. So this is a fixed capital and it will be used for two purposes. One is to establish and the other is a carry out your day-to-day operations. And the first one is a long-term capital, that is a long-term fund where it is required for the production of your facilities for through the where you are for the fixed assets to purchase the fixed assets. These all are fixed assets. So that we are taking for long-term funds. And here investment. We are doing the investment for the present. That is investment. You are investing your money to purchase the asset. That is a capital flow. And the amount where you are investing is blocked on a permanent basis. That's why it is a fixed capital. And next is a funds. Whatever the firm it is, whether it is a small or the short, small firm holder, yeah, big firm holder. So everyone needed the funds for the short-term purposes. Short-term purposes means always the purchase of a raw material, payment for the wages and day-to-day expenses. So these are the working capital. Fixed means blocking your money at one place, and working means day-to-day activities. Understood? So in the present scenario, so in the present days in the economy, where is price? Finance. It is defined to provision of money whenever it will require. Yes, whenever we require, we'll be raising your money. And every enterprise means each firm that is big, small, or the medium. So every firm they needed, every enterprises they need the finance to carry out its operations. Why they will be carrying the operations? Why they are investing? Because they want to achieve its targets. Now we'll see the what are the sources of finance function. It's very important. So in fact, the finance is also so indispensable today. It's become very important. So that why it is important? Because it is a blood of enterprises. And in the last class I told you, if you are not having a blood or nerve system in your body, it is waste. It is a waste of living. So in the same way, if the finance is not at all there in the firm, so it is also cannot run your business. Okay. Then without adequate finance, मतलब लोग जितना पैसा होना उतना पैसा नहीं है. So then the enterprises it's not possible for them to accomplish its objective. उनके objective जो भी है, they cannot reach to their objectives. Is it clear? And in every concern, there are two methods of raising finance. अपन फाइनेंस करना चाहते हैं, कैसा फाइनेंस करते हैं? थोड़ा अपने पास पैसा है तो अपन अपने पैसे को रेज करेंगे, मीन्स इन्वेस्ट करेंगे. अगर उतना पैसा नहीं है बोले तो we'll be going and borrowing the capital from your friends, relatives, or somewhere you will be getting your money. मस्त स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो मैं ये sources of finance. The sources of finance it is classified. One is on the basis of period, the other one is on the basis of membership, or the basis of membership. These are the three sources. If we are talking about the period, when we are talking about the period, it is classified between long term, short term, and the medium term. And when we talk about the basis of the ownership, it is into two. One is owner's fund, the other one is borrower's fund. And the third one is on the basis of sources of generation. It has some internal sources and the external sources. And when we telling about the internal sources, these are the sources of capital, retaining and the earning. Yeah. Khalil,
Yes, ma'am.
take this screenshot.
Yeah, taken, ma'am. Taken, already taken.
They ask me about the sources of finance, classification, sources of finance, classification. You can classify it. So in this only you have the equity shares, retained capital, preference shares, long term, where you are investing your money. And when you talk about the medium term, it is a lease financing, public loan facilities, and the short term is a commercial papers, factoring, banks, trade, credit. So these all are come under the basis of credit. That is the payment. So here only say this is ownership. And ownership, that is a borrowed fund. One is a owned fund. अपने पास पैसा पैसा रहते हैं shares and the earn. Borrowed means what? You are borrowing your funds from debentures, loans from banks, and the loans from financial institutions, and the public deposits and the commercial papers. And the next is the source of generation. It is long internal and the external. So equity share capital, retained capital. So we have time. It depends upon the owners fund के हिसाब से सबकी the what is the other one? Service earning. And then is the external. These are the internal. External is a commercial paper. Yes, Khalil, what happened? You have
Madam?
circled. You
No,
have circled.
Yeah. Ma'am, we can be differentiate these funds to each other, ma'am, because we can be get the some benefit of it.
Next, we have these all the points.
Okay.
Detailed study.
Thank you.
Next, what are the sources of business finance?
Okay.
Business finance mean what is a business finance? So it's very important question. It's a long answer. Business finance is a fund wherever it is required to establish your business. As soon as you establish your business, you have to operate your business activities. Is it right? If you have a finance, you have a funds, you will establish it. When you establish, then only you can go operate your business activity. When you are operating, when you get the profit, you have the plan for expanding, that is in the future. Is it right? So your funds are specially required for purchase type of tangible assets and intangible assets. What are tangible assets and what is intangible assets? Can anyone tell me what is the tangible assets and the intangible assets?
Tangible assets are those where we can feel them, we can see them.
Where we can touch it.
Yes, ma'am.
Intangible assets, only we can feel it.
Yeah.
They're not visible.
Yes. We cannot touch it, only we can feel it. So tangible assets such as furniture, machinery, building, offices, factories. So, in tangible assets, there is a patent, technical experts, and the trademark, where we can feel it. Then we're talking about the classification, that is sources of funds. Whenever you are doing your business, so every time you will be trying to raise your funds. It is a capital. So what way you want to raise your capital? That is in the various sources. These sources are classified into three categories, right? Based on time, and the other one is the other one ownership. Okay. Now 1 minute, be on a line. I'm here.
Yes.
So here it is when it is classified. First one is a based classification can be raised the capital through various sources. One is the depends upon a period. What is the period it is? It is subdivided. Again, the period is subdivided. That is three sources. That is the time according to the based on the period. That is it is a long term, medium term, and the short term. Short term. Long term means what? The long term funds where it is utilized more than 5 years. Means when you are finance, you are utilizing that is more than 5 years. So the funds is arranged with the preference, equity shares, and the debentures. And whatever the amount it is accumulated means what you get from the capital market. Okay. The next is a medium-term sources of finance. Medium-term finance source of finance. These are the short-term. That is more than 1 year and less than 5 years. Long-term means more than 5 years. Medium. So. So yeah, long-term finance of long-term sources of finance. Yeah, these are the sources of finance. It is utilized for more than 5 years, and these funds are arranged. How these are the funds is arranged to do the preference and the equity shares and debentures. So we are getting the sources for that is a long-term accumulated from the capital markets. The next is a medium-term sources of finance. Medium-term sources of finance, it is last for more than 1 year but less than 5 years. So this we can influence and borrow from the public deposits, from the public or the commercial banks or the commercial papers, loans from the financial institutions and the leasing finance. So this is a medium term. Means within the 5 years we have to pay the amount when you're taking the finance for to utilize for the sources of finance. Means for your business wherever funds are used. And the last one is a short term. These funds are only required for a year. Means within a year they have to pay it. And the working capital loans from the commercial banks and the trade credit. So these are the few examples from these sources. Now, when we are talking on the basis of ownership, there are the two ownership. One is the owned funds and the borrowed funds. Owned funds means here these are these funds where it is financed by the company owner. Suppose if I am establishing, first what I do, if I am having the money, first I will invest my own money instead of going to the financial institution, borrowing from outside. So that is a preference I'll give for my shares, retained earnings, equity shares, and etc. And these will be for long-term funds, which forms the basis of ownership. That they will be getting the right to control the firm's management and the operations. Okay. Continue. And the next one is the borrowed funds. Borrowing the funds from outsiders, from your relatives, from your friends. So here with the help of your borrowings, your loans can be particular for a period of time. So these sources of funds may be most popular in the businesses. For example, loans from commercial banks and other financial institutions. And based on the generations. Based on the generation means one is the internal sources and the other one is the external sources. So internal sources means the owners where they generate the fund within the organization. Within the organization, internally whatever the funds they have, they will generate. That is with the help of selling of their assets and whatever the earnings they have, whatever the dividends they are getting from the internally, that will be used. And external means these funds are arranged from outsiders, that is taking the loan from the equity shares to the public, giving the assurance and the debentures, commercial banks and the loans, etc. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. We have to read once again and then we...
It's a you can elaborate with your own.
Okay.
So in that table also, in the graph, in the flow chart also have given everything. So by seeing that flow chart also, you can elaborate your answer.
Okay, ma'am. Go to the table, ma'am.
I have given no just now. Flow chart. Is it? Next. Issue of shares. So we have when issue of shares is the main important where the long-term finances will be raised. That is preference shares, equity shares and deferred shares. Equity shares are very long-term financing sources for the company. Equity shares means we will be inviting the people to invest their money in a particular company. Okay, and these shares will be issued to the general public and non-redeemable in nature. Non-redeemable means what? So all the powers will be given in the hands to the equity share holders. So these are the shares will be issued to only general public. And these are the investors who are coming and investing the money in the company, that they will be hold the right to vote. And they become the owner of the company, and whatever the profits they come, they get their shares of the profits, and what are the claim of asset of the company, that also they will share, and the claiming also will be, and the value of the case of equity will be expressed in the various terms like par value, face value and the book value. Face value. Book value means what? But when you introduced your shares, so whatever the value will be written, that will be written in the book. It means that whatever the value is written in the book, that is a book value. Par value, face value. So at present, whatever the value is going on the shares, that will be the face value at the current. Next is the features of equity shares. Features. The first feature is no special rights, no preferential rights. So equity shareholders get the dividend. Only the dividend is paid to the preference shareholders. Suppose I have got the equity shares. So then I will be become the owner. But I will getting not difference. Maybe profits I needed profit, I want to profit means a pura pay needed. First, the preference will be given to the preference shareholders. Okay. So first preference will be given to the preference holders, and the next is whatever the amount is left, then they will give to the equity shareholders. And similarly, when the company goes in the time of the winding up of the company, the claim of the equity shares is considered at the end. the claim of the this should be come to an end. Agar wind up ho gaya, then also at the time they will be given the fresh preference holder. If it is whatever it is remain, then only they will be given. Otherwise, no. Okay, no fixed rate of dividend. Company does not commit. Suppose I'm taking the shares from the company. That is only equity shares. And the rate dividend keeps on changing from year to year. If the company gets some more profits, so depends upon the profit, the rate of interest will be given to the shareholders. If they get very less profits, so according to them, that's why the rate of dividend will be keep on changing year to year. That is as per the financial position of the company. And the rate of the dividend is also recommended. Means that rate also will be decided by the board of directors every year and declared to the shareholders. It's clear. And next is the voting right. Every equity shareholders, who are the equity shareholders out there, they will be having the voting right with the shares held by him. Whatever the shares is held, suppose I am the shareholder for a particular company. That shares will be held with me and the proportion will be given. Means priority will be given by giving the votes. And they can vote on all the matters. Whenever these are making the matter is placed by the meetings. So in a way, suppose I'm the artificial, it's a equity shares that company. Company, the characteristic is an artificial person. So when I am investing the money in a particular company, I'll not be seen, but I am the member, I am the owner of the company. Is it clear? So they can give the oath. Even though I am the artificial person, then I have the right to give a oath whenever it is a meeting was held, the place before the meeting. And as for the rights confirmed as the right or confirmed upon the equity shareholders by Companies Act. When this rights were confirmed by the equity shareholders, that is a voting right can be exercised. Voting right will be exercised thoroughly proxy means for the by the certain rules and regulations. No claim on unpaid dividend. No claim. If the company goes on incurs the losses, company get the losses, they will not earning more profits particular year. Okay, then it does not pay any dividend to the shareholder. Suppose this year I got a good profits. Means according to that profit only they will pay the dividends to the shareholders. The next year I was got complete loss. So when it is a loss is they get the loss in the company, they will not pay any dividends. Okay, they will not claim this dividend in future. The members of the company last year person name so this year we need the extra money. So they cannot make it. The next is the irredeemable nature. Irredeemable nature means the company does not repay the money. The company will not repay the money to the equity shares during its lifetime. Only the money can be repaid only at the time of running of the company. Other company, suppose if I am investing the money in the equity shareholders, so if I needed the money, they will not give me anything. Only until the company goes into the winding of the company, at that time the money will be repaid. Okay, chances of prosperity means each and every shareholders are paid dividends. That is fluctuation rate according to the profit of the company. It will not be constant, it is fluctuating. And they claim the entire amount of residual distributable profits. Means the claim of the entire amount of the residual will be depends on the profit. So if the company earns well, the equity shareholders also prosper. Allow means here if the company earn shareholders को let's suppose है अगर कंपनी को लॉस आया तो shareholders को goes into the loss. And next is the privileges. Means your privileges is nothing but the right was given to the shareholders. Hence that is a priority. The priority in purchasing of shares will be given for the further company issues. That is right to issue. Each and every equity shareholder are entitled to receive bonus shares which is issued by the company as a gift and a less face value. Suppose a company compared of a preference shares, the equity shares are less than face value like 10 or even 1. Yes, see, equity shares advantages. So here always there is a long list of aspects. They have positive aspects for the shareholders of the company, and always they will be thinking of high profits to the shareholders, where it is also get the dividends in the higher rate. And some of the advantages, one is a tax benefits. Yes, it is a major, and it is largely yield on the equity shares from increase in the capital gain and profit potentially. So yeah. So profit potentials. Profit potentials is nothing but it is compared with the investment. Whatever the investment you are done. So that is in the case that is a low dividend, but the potential of the capital gain would be high, and the value of investment. If the company will be benefited in the two different ways, there is a appreciation in the value of the investment, that is yearly dividend. And liability information. Liability information means what? It is a very important advantage for the equity shares, that is widely fully paid to the shareholders. If they are liable to fail, that part may meet the obligation. Agar liability is limitations means limited means how much the amount is unlimited means if the goes on going into the losses. अगर कंपनी लॉस है सो यार अनलिमिटेड लायबिलिटी बोले तो जब अपन कंपनी में लॉसेस आते रहते अनलिमिटेड सो जब प्रेफरेंस किसको देते फर्स्ट प्रेफरेंस शेयर होल्डर्स को देते हैं शेयर होल्डर्स को जब अपन जब इन्वेस्ट करेंगे और कंपनी गोस लॉस अनलिमिटेड लायबिलिटी तो कंपनी को डेब्ट्स पे करने के लिए इफ इट इज नीडेड दे विल टेक आवर प्रॉपर्टी आल्सो अपना प्रॉपर्टी लेके भी बेच सकते हैं shareholders. And limited means that is limitation, the liability is limitation, they're further liable for any failure. It is a part of the company, they make it. And increase in values, liquid in nature, so that is the shareholders, the point in view that is an important advantage of the equity shares in the very liquid in the nature and it can be sold. And easy transferability means here the shares where you are buying in the equity shares, it is very easy to transfer, and there is a from interest. But preference shares is not like that. That preference shares must get the permission from the board of directors to sell it. But in the equity shares, it can be easily transferred to according to the interest of someone else. Next is a preference shares. These preference shares we'll see tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll try to do the problems. So tomorrow preference shares and what are the preference shares and types of preference shares I tell you. Okay. So here Next is comes to the capital structure. Is it fine, the Handavi?
Yes, ma'am.
So tomorrow we will be going to start with the problem summary.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
the problems in the second unit, kada, capital budgeting. Payback method, IRR, NPV, Anna. Second unit kadamma.
Capital budgeting second unit, ma'am. Like
The
block
sec-
2, unit 4.
Block 2 kadam.
Hmm.
Block 2 kada.
Yes, ma'am.
So tomorrow we'll do the problems. Okay. When is class start means you take your calculator, you take your. I'll be giving my problem. Okay. I'll type the problem in the paper, so you see. Otherwise, I'll paste.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. According to that, we'll do the problem. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, Khalil.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Be there in the class. Tomorrow we'll do the problems. Okay.
Okay.
You got the textbook, ma?
Page number, ma'am.
No, no, you have a textbook because I don't have the textbook. I have to refer the different textbooks.
Okay, we have textbook.
You have textbooks.
Yes.
Okay.
Ma'am, are you talking about the material which college provided?
University provided.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a?
Yes, ma'am.
You are from which city, ma? From Hyderabad only?
Yes,
Actually,
ma'am.
you
From
are only.
Hyderabad.
Where do you stay? Hyderabad?
I'm in Hyderabad.
Yeah, I am from Hyderabad. We are all from Hyderabad.
Where exactly place?
I'm Chandanagar.
Okay. And you, Khalil?
My is Chennangutta defense area.
No one is nearer to the Maidupatna
No, ma'am.
because I needed the textbook. Can I see that? Because only the method is given. So the syllabus is
Okay,
given.
ma'am. If somebody is there, in what will happen, ma'am?
Means
If somebody-
I'll be getting some xerox of the problems.
Okay, no problem. When you will give, then I will be there. Very nearer to me.
No, can you do one thing? Ma? This is a problem set is there, no? Can you scan it and you can send to me my WhatsApp, Khalil?
Yes, ma'am.
जहाँ पे problems है ना? Second
Problems?
block में problems है ना?
In the book.
Yeah.
Okay. We have more problems, ma'am.
No problems. Financial management of the problems compulsory.
Okay, we have every unit we have a problems.
What is the time value to estimate for the problems?
Time value.
Is it there?
You need the Xerox copy of books, ma'am.
That's what. Only scan करके मेरे को WhatsApp पे भेजा दे तो I'll take the paper. That is the better.
Okay. Snaps I will send to you, ma'am. No problem.
That is scan.
On the WhatsApp.
आपके पास स्कैनर है ना फोन में? फोन में स्कैनर है?
हाँ मैम.
फोन में स्कैनर है?
नहीं स्कैनर नहीं है मैडम. काम नहीं किया उससे पहले जो मैं ट्राई किया क्योंकि असाइनमेंट के टाइम पे भी वो काम नहीं किया वो.
And then do you have it a scanner?
No, ma'am.
At least if you do that favor, it is a well and good.
Ma'am, I think you can get a copy from the university itself.
No, they have given the syllabus copy. That's it.
Oh.
I want problems, illustration problems where it is. Okay, I'll manage how can I can. I'll let
No,
you
ma'am. You must have these problems because
Ah.
you refer and to suggest to us. That's why.
Yes. Okay, in the capital budgeting illustration problem, just you send me in the WhatsApp.
Capital budget.
Capital budget. The block 2, no? Problems you have. Payback period, net net profit value, internal rate of return. Do you have?
Dividend theory we have, and risk and capital budgeting.
Yes, that's what. All
Okay,
the problems, illustration problems
right.
are there. No? That you do.
Okay.
Ma'am, IRR and those are from time value.
No, that is capital budgeting. Capital budgeting we have. IRR. IRR, NPV, cash payback period, ये पूरे एक ही चल.
IRR and payback period, and one more is what, ma'am?
NPV,
LP.
NPV, net profit
Okay.
value,
Yeah, correct.
net
LP.
present value, net present value. Illustration problems है तो करवा दो. स्कैन करके भेजा दो. नहीं तो फोटो लेके मैं भेजा. I'll see. I'll be
Okay.
managed.
Okay. I will try to send these problems, ma'am.
Okay.
Today night only.
Okay. Thank you so
With the
much.
page numbers also.
Okay. Thank you, beta. We'll see you tomorrow. Any doubts you have? Aindavi, Pavani,
No, ma'am.
Shaheen, Krishnaveni. It's clear, ma?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See you tomorrow.
Okay, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes.
Like, is there any WhatsApp group for students?
Yeah, we have. You can contact with the Bhagya, please.
Whom should I contact?
Bhagya.
Can I get anyone's number so that you guys can add me?
Okay, you can message me. Then I will try to add you in the group.
Can
Your
I get
name
your
is again?
number? My
Sorry?
name is Aindavi.
Okay. Take my number.
Okay.
810
810
62
62
770
770
30.
30. Okay, thank you. I'll just text you now.
Sorry?
I'll message you in WhatsApp.
Okay. Welcome.
Thank you.